saw in the video or that you already know about that we have with the environment?
Deforestation.
Deforestation. Does anyone know what some of the main drivers of deforestation on Earth are? Does anyone have a guess?
Needing more land for cattle.
Yeah, so needing more land for cows is a really big one.
Like for building houses on the land.
For building houses on the land. Also for mining on the land. So we have a lot of trees being cut down all over the world that are being cut down so that we are able to mine on that land. Okay, deforestation, good one. What else?
Light and sound pollution.
Nice. Light and sound pollution. That's a really good one. What might happen with light and sound pollution? How might that be a problem?
It like when sea turtles are born, it like they think that they're going to the moon instead of our houses.
For sure, yeah. So animals get really confused with light pollution. Same with noise pollution. So when cities have a lot of light and noise pollution, then animals' migration patterns can get out of whack and things like that. Yeah.
Overfishing.
Overfishing, good.
Ocean pollution.
Ocean pollution. What kind of pollution?
Like trash.
Yeah, good. So plastic, right? There's a lot of plastic in the ocean. And then we can also think about chemicals and oil spills and things like that. Yeah.
Like us burning fossil fuels and then like global warming and like mining.
Incredible. 3 really good ones. So fossil fuels, climate change, and mining. Okay. Yes.
Droughts.
And droughts. Good. What else? Yeah.
Animal populations they're decreasing.
Yeah. So less wild animals and less wild spaces for sure. Yeah.
Like, was I next one? Like, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say.
I'll come back to you. Yeah.
Flooding.
Flooding. Good. Yes.
Natural disasters.
Yeah, so natural disasters in general, droughts, flooding, other natural disasters. What else? Think about the way that we move around, think about the things that we produce. Yeah.
Food.
Food. What about food?
We plant it where it doesn't supposed to be.
Yeah, for sure. So we're growing food. I'm just going to say industrial agriculture, but we grow food where it's not supposed to be. And so we have to use more water. It takes up a lot of space. Really good one. What else? Yeah.
Like we're using like too many vehicles and stuff and like not saving enough energy with that.
Yeah, so in general, we're using too much energy. The energy demand is too high. And most of that energy is coming from where? That we're using?
Fossil fuels.
Fossil fuels. Okay, yeah.
Too many people in general.
So overpopulation, let's talk about overpopulation. So I am going to put that up here. So in the video, we saw that he said, what did he say about population? Yeah.
People are having too much kids.
So people are having, there's a lot of people, right? But what's happening to the population? People are having, yeah.
Less kids.
People are having less kids. And what's the main reason for that in developed countries? Yeah.
Maybe if we have more people, we use more resources.
Yeah, definitely. But why are people having more kids? Or sorry, less kids than they used to? Yeah.
Because like women have jobs.
Yeah, so education, right? In developed countries, when women have more education, then we generally see people having less kids. And so that's a really easy way to combat overpopulation, right? Is just by providing education, you are going to see the population start to level out more. So overpopulation, I would say the large human population is definitely a driver of a lot of these things, but I don't want to put it under problems because it's it plays a big role in these, but overpopulation in itself may not. We could do things in a sustainable way with our population. Yeah.
Like, one of the problems we're doing is we're hunting a lot, and that's killing more animals, and it's messing with the ecosystem, so that kind of leads to, like, all these problems, too.
Yeah, definitely. So the less wild spaces, we don't have as much balance, right? We need the wild spaces, the wild animals, so that we can regain balance. What else? What's a big problem that I normally teach you guys about? Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah. So what's the overall issue? Yeah. Pollution. What's filling up?
Our oceans and our landfills are filling up.
Yeah, for sure. So landfills, I'm definitely gonna add that to the list. And we could go on and on and on, right? I want to talk about how are some of these things related to each other? What problems are connected? Yeah.
Deforestation, droughts, flooding, and climate change are all kind of like related.
Yeah, so climate change is related for sure to droughts, to flooding. Deforestation is causing climate change, right? So when we cut down trees, that releases CO2. Good, awesome. Yeah.
The trash is causing the ocean to get pollution in it.
Yeah. So, so which two would be connected? Like landfills, well, just general trash and ocean pollution for sure. Yeah.
If we don't have as many trees, it creates like landslides, which can also create flooding.
Yeah. So deforestation is also connected to probably flooding and probably drought. They've done studies. This is really cool. They've done studies that planting trees in the desert will attract more rain to that area. And so if you can plant trees in an area that doesn't have any trees, it'll start attracting more rain clouds, and eventually it'll change the climate in a good way to bring more water there. Okay, what other ones are connected? Yeah.
Like, us having landfills is messing with the industrial agriculture, and the industrial agriculture is kind of the same thing as like the ocean pollution is kind of connected to that too, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, some of these chemicals that we use in industrial agriculture can definitely pollute the ocean. Good. Yeah.
Mining and fossil fuels.
Yeah, I mean, mining. So basically, every single one of these, except for maybe overfishing, is going to be connected to climate change also. Right? We can think about fossil fuels and our energy. We think about fossil fuels are definitely connected to climate change. Landfills are connected to climate change. What greenhouse gas is released in landfills? Do you remember?
CO2.
That's a good guess. It's the other big one. Does anyone remember?
Carbon dioxide.
That's CO2. That's the main greenhouse gas. But what's the other one?
I think it was oxygen.
Good guess. It starts with an M. Yeah.
Wait, forgot.
Isn't it like methane? Or
Yeah,
something?
good. So methane, when our food is in the landfill, right, it's not turning into dirt. It's just rotting in the landfill, but there's no air, and so it's releasing a lot of methane, which is a really bad greenhouse gas. Yes.
Mining and light pollution are definitely.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you really could make a case for any of these. We also could see deforestation in mining, right? The Amazon rainforest, there's a lot of lithium under the ground where the Amazon is, and so they're cutting down a lot of trees to be able to access that. Yeah.
Cows also release methane.
Yeah, so industrial agriculture and climate change.
The less we can have that, the better.
Yeah, so cows and landfills are methane, so definitely climate change. Yeah.
Yeah, just like what was I gonna say? Like, cause flooding, like, well, deforestation. That's already done. Leads to flooding, but also like, I guess that was gonna say like us messing with the ecosystem, deforestation, which leads to mining, drought, and flooding.
Yeah, all of these. So all of these we can see are somehow either causing us to be out of balance, or they're the effect of what we're doing, and it's showing that we're out of balance. So less wild spaces, for example, that's showing that we're not in balance with how much space we're taking up for humans and how much we're leaving for wildlife. Yeah.
Less wild space and deforestation.
Yeah. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go to solutions. So things that you know about already that are some solutions to some of these problems. Yeah.
Maybe like for overfishing, like areas that like you can't fish.
Yes. Yeah. So no fish zones. And why are those important? What do no fish zones do? Yeah.
They help fish to reproduce, and then they can have more of a population.
Exactly. So they're creating a space for the fish populations to reproduce and for the baby fish to grow up until they're at an adult age. Okay, what else? Yeah.
Use red lights.
Okay, cool.
instead
Yeah.
of, like white lights.
Red lights or ordinances, which is basically a word that means laws. But our county has a light pollution ordinance, and so you can only have Christmas lights on your house from December through March, and then you can't have them on your house, which is a good thing, because then we don't have the migration patterns all messed up. Yeah.
Like a solution for like fossil fuels is like don't burn them, I guess you could say. Like you don't just like don't mine for them, I guess, because if you do that, it messes up the whole balance and then we really CO2 to climate change.
For sure. So less fossil fuels and more
Renewable.
energy. Did you guys know, I learned about this yesterday. Last year there was a law passed in Utah where you can get a solar panel and you can put it on your patio or your balcony. It's really good for people who live in apartment buildings, and plug it into the wall. And then you can use that energy in your house, and you don't need to get any sort of like professional installation, because you can just get this solar panel and plug it in at your own house, which is really cool. I didn't know about that until yesterday. So renewable energy, we got solar. What else? Yeah.
Like maybe you could like take the energy from the greenhouse gases to make.
That would be cool. That would be really cool if we could capture greenhouse gases and somehow turn it into energy. That would be awesome. What are the other big renewable energies? You can just call them out.
I wanted to drop.
Solar,
Solar,
wind,
water.
hydro. Good. And then also geothermal, right? The heat in the ground. So those are the big ones. What else? What else do we got? Yeah.
Like you can recycle more.
Yeah, good. So recycle, I'm going to throw compost in there with recycling. Because most of the things in the landfill don't actually have to be there. We could have recycled and composted almost all of it. What else? Yeah.
Maybe you can only hunt for like this amount in this time of the year, and then for the like you have to wait like 5 months to go hunting again for a certain amount.
There's
Okay.
that in Utah.
So yeah, bigger regulations on hunting for sure. Yeah.
More like places where you're not allowed to hunt and like they can't be built on.
Okay, so bigger land protections. Some of these problems, yeah.
Use less water by like taking shorter showers and putting like less water in the bathtub like when you take baths.
Yeah, so conserve water. A big, really important one for water conservation is maybe this summer let your lawn go brown, because right, we got hardly any snow, and so your lawn is the main way that your house uses water. If you have a lawn, it uses a ton of water, and most of that actually evaporates. So even more than conserving water in your house, try and conserve it outside your house in your yard. Yeah.
Some solutions to save, like, maybe your bill is, like, if you're going out to go eat or something, you should turn off all electricity in your house.
Good. Yeah. So conserve energy too. And I like that you said it also saves money, because it definitely, that's another huge reason to do this. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, kind of on conserve water, but I'm a golfer, so I'm kind of, and like, I'm kind of like helping with that problem, but I mean, maybe just a little less golf courses, because there is about like a lot in Utah.
Yeah, there are a lot of golf courses in Utah. So maybe, yeah, less golf courses, or I know that they're doing something crazy to the golf course in Jeremy Ranch. They're killing the entire grass with these chemicals, and no one's able to go on it for like 3 years. Did you hear about that? They're replacing the grass at the Jeremy Ranch golf course so that they can put more water-wise grass there, but they have to dump a ton of chemicals on it in order to take the grass out. And so all of the residents got a notice, and they said, okay, don't have your kids not go on the golf course for like 3 years because it's going to be toxic, which is crazy. But so maybe like better grass on a golf course too.
I was once a member of Jeremy.
Yeah,
like,
well,
I used to golf with Jeremy.
now you can't go over there because it's just poisonous. Yes.
Okay, so you could, for the, like, maybe you use lots of, like, plastic things and you have, like, this yogurt container. You can use it for, like, other things. Like, if you have a leftover onion, you can, like, put it in there instead of having to buy lots of containers.
I love that. Yeah, so reuse things that you already have before you even recycle them. Definitely. Yeah.
Like, use what you have, don't, like, go to the store because, like, you need one thing.
Yeah. So just use less stuff in general also. What else? Yeah.
And then to add on to what she said, like, if you do have to go get something, don't fall into like a rabbit hole finding other things that you need.
Yeah,
Just,
stick
like,
to
go
your
the
list.
store and buy one thing.
Yeah,
Buy the one thing you need.
very good. Yeah.
Less traveling maybe, because like I know airplanes like do a lot, and so do cars. And also like, yeah, when you're going to the grocery store, use like reusable bags, because those are like also recycled into reusable bags that used to be like plastic bottles and stuff.
Definitely, yeah. Two very good ones. So traveling always creates greenhouse gas emissions, always, unless you're in an electric vehicle powered by solar.
Just use
But,
hybrid.
Yeah,
like
so
hybrid cars.
traveling less and then using reusable so we don't even need to get that waste into our house in the first place. Yeah.
Like if like a place you're trying to go isn't like too far away, you could like try riding your bike instead of like driving in a car.
Yeah,
Or,
good.
like, carpool.
So carpooling, bus, bike, walk, for sure. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to pretend that this is Shark Tank. You guys are going to look at this list of problems, and you're gonna come up with a solution that doesn't exist yet for one of these problems or any different environmental problem. Yeah.
Can we work in groups?
Yeah, you can work in groups. So you guys are going to pitch it at the end to me. There's 3 rules. It can't be violent, you can't go into space, and you can't steal natural resources from a different country or territory. But you can be really creative. You can I want you to think about what does not exist. What would be a really awesome solution to one of these problems that will make sure that this problem doesn't happen again, and also is making sure that we're addressing the impacts of this problem right now. So be creative. You can make a company, you could invent something, you can make a new law, you can do whatever you want to try and solve one of these environmental problems. And you can work as a group. We are going to take 10 minutes to do this, and then you guys will be able to pitch your ideas. So go ahead and get in a group if you would like, and get a piece of paper and maybe start drawing, writing what you want your solution to be.
So I'm thinking that we could try to use the methane from the cows and filter it to like power things.
Nice. Any ideas?
I was thinking of something with like for climate change. So, or instead of like using all of you can use for the desalination plants, like the take like any of the salt or anything and from the like ocean and like heat it up, use that salt that stays on, take the evaporated water and then like get energy from that and run it through like what were the like water plant things that they had? Yeah, just like the water that turns into energy and then use that energy for the desalination plants.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking like more of like a building and like the water comes through and gives all the plants like its nutrients and stuff like that, but then it can like go back up or it can go to like an apartment building and like and like use it for like the toilets and sinks there. You could filter it out.
Maybe.
You know how like layers keep being made like on like Earth's atmosphere so it gets hotter? Or trying to get like giant scoopers to like scoop the air. Like,
The greenhouse gases?
yeah.
And bring them where?
This guy, a turtle that captures gases.
A turtle?
And turns them into regular air.
Okay.
Yeah.
So something that kind of changes what the greenhouse gas is so that it's not a greenhouse gas anymore?
Yeah, the plants. The giant.
You know what, I listened to a podcast yesterday about hydrogen fuel cells, which is basically the idea that we can have a car and all you put in it is hydrogen and oxygen and it combines them to create energy and the only thing that comes out is water. So there's no greenhouse gases, it's just water. Isn't that crazy? Very cool, good job.
Tube.
Is that a turtle?
Yeah.
Nice.
The turtle captures the greenhouse gas. And like this is just. This like festival that people are gonna do like everywhere, where they plant the trees that are native to that area. Like they plant 10, and we like afford them for them, and then we use the food to make like kind of like bone meal to make them grow.
It's mostly actually from the cow burps.
Close enough. And it goes into a tank in like a farmhouse, and then we transfer that into energy for multiple things.
Okay, so it's kind of like the anaerobic digester, but it's collecting the methane from cows instead of food.
Yes.
Okay. It hasn't been done, I don't think, so
And then
good job.
it goes into the water tray like last time. So you remember the water tray from last time?
Yes. Oh, and then that
It powers
to power the lights.
Yeah.
No, not the lights.
No.
Sure, the lights too. But it also powers the water to get pushed in and through.
And then it filters out. It can filter the excess water to go into another building with toilets. Can't draw one right now, but perfect.
What you created.
So here we have our apartment, but we have lights, and when it spits out light from this light bulb, it will affect the turtle's movement because it thinks it's the moon. So it'll come to our apartments and it will get hurt. So we put shaders on these windows that whenever the light comes out, it makes a red line that comes out of the window.
And you have to use the fish. And then it goes in back to the cow barn.
out of the light bulb?
So like, well, in the light bulb, so in this light bulb, it still makes normal light, but there's shaders on the window, so when it comes out, it makes the light that comes out of the window turn red.
Wait, that's so smart. I don't know why. That's like so simple. I don't know why people didn't think of that already. That's really smart, actually.
Yeah.
What do you have here?
So I just got it, but this is like the energy door meter. So when people, this is like an arm, when people open the door, their energy will transfer to the door a bit, and when it turns, some energy will get transferred to this bucket, and then this bucket will transfer energy to houses and lights, so people can have energy just for pushing the door.
Caroline, I forgot what it's called. What's it called? Law A line. Yeah, it's called a Law A line.
Okay.
And these, this is a tube, and it goes into this turtle that makes the greenhouse gases into just regular oxygen. And this scoops it and then puts it inside the tube.
Nice.
And this is the inside of the turtle. This is some grass that turns the greenhouse gases into air. And then here's some fish to help the plants grow.
Very cool.
This is the building on the outside of
Okay, let's sit down and get ready for the presentations. While other people are presenting, but let's get ready. Okay. Who would like to go first? Okay.
Today we will show you our ecosystem.
Our idea was we have a festival to plant 10 trees each year.
We will provide the tree seeds to you all.
You can only plant the trees that are native in your area.
We will first host a fundraiser that will go on for about a month.
Then next, we can do this amazing deforestation idea to help the environment thrive. This is our idea, like on the back.
Okay, so it's kind of like the trees, and we just like give them to everybody, and where there's barely any trees, you just gotta like plant them around. Yes. Okay, and then we also had an idea to use to grow healthy food and plants. Okay, anyway, this idea we called it bone meal, and it also goes with our foundation. It's like this thing that we use that like rotten food. We put it in this machine that kind of like dries it up and keeps the nutrients, and then we just add it to the plants, and then they will grow.
Incredible. So kind of you have a compost project, but it's also tied to a reforestation project. Yeah. I love that. Really good, you guys.
And the company's called Trees Forever.
Yeah,
incredible.
Trees Forever.
I love it. Okay, a few claps. Very good.
No. I thought it was you.
I'm the only one that can clap loud.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go.
Oh.
Okay, never mind.
Well, someone else has to go. We're doing it. We're locked in.
Are they ready?
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so this is basically a building with a giant turtle that's like not a real turtle. It looks like a turtle, and this is just the outside.
This is the inside of the turtle. It's fish and plants because like greenhouse gases come in, and it's like turned into oxygen, and like this is the fish are so good plants, you know.
And this is like the whole thing, because like so there's like giant scoopers that scoop the greenhouse gases off of the atmosphere, and put them into the turtle.
Very cool. So it's kind of making the inside air, it's taking greenhouse gases and making the inside air into oxygen from carbon dioxide, and you also have all of these plants and fish inside.
Yes.
Very cool. I would want to live in that building. That's awesome. Okay. Anything else?
Oh yeah. And there's LED lights everywhere inside this, so the fish aren't just in the dark.
So it's like the sun.
Yeah.
Cool. I love it. Okay, last group. Here, do you want to put it up with a magnet?
Keep in mind, this is not to scale.
Okay.
So, the cow methane goes to a filtration center where it just gets stored into like the farmhouse or somewhere, and it goes to a power plant. Then it goes to the vertical farming, I think it's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
And then it either goes and gets filtered and goes into your drinking water, and then to a fish tank back to the cow's water, filtered back to the cow's water, or to the bathroom, to the fish tank, filters to your drinking water, back to here, or through, back to here. Back
Incredible.
to the cows.
Yes.
So it's a closed system with
It's one big
with
loop.
energy and food and water.
Yeah.
That's
All
incredible.
getting reviewed.
And it's
And
a
then
closed system.
If this one does get slaughtered for meat, we have a bunch more on standby.
Okay.
Perfecto.
Or instead of just, we can fix this in power plant, or just like come up with something different than
Yeah,
the
to
power
turn it
plant,
into power.
except for like polluting the air and stuff, because then that causes another problem.
Okay, so we got energy being created from the cows. We got food being created from the vertical farming. We have water being filtered for drinking and human use. And we have the water being cleaned in for the fish.
And then it can go back to here because apparently the fish.
And
food
then
is
the
good for
fish
plants.
provide the nutrients also for the vertical farming.
Yeah.
And so do the people.
Incredible. Okay, very nice. Awesome. Okay.
That was so cookie.
So, so the reason that I had you guys do this is because we have all of these problems, right? And we have some solutions, but we have not at all solved all of these problems. And so we need people thinking really creatively, thinking outside the box about new ways that we haven't tried yet to solve some of these problems. And there's a lot of different careers that you can go into that are environmental, that you can help solve some of these problems. But no matter what you're into, if you're into art or math or sports or you want to be an actor, whatever it is, you can find a way to being part of the solution for a lot of these problems. So as you go into your life, as you go into Ecker and you go into high school and college, just keep thinking about what have we not tried yet that we should try, because odds are that if you keep thinking that way, then you're going to come up with something that's going to be a really important part of solving some of these problems. Does anyone have any questions? Thank you guys so much. Really, really good ideas, and it was good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.